Figure out where you need to improve. Is it speed? Is it quality? Is it price? And that's a good gauge for you to figure out what steps to take next. Hi everybody, Neil Wintereg here with Matterhorn Business Development. Welcome back to the channel. I am joined today by Dr. Greg Wintereg, CEO and author. Welcome. If you're new around here, we do 3 videos a week. We talk about profit first, we talk about selling, we talk about money, we talk about all sorts of stuff. If you like business, you're in the right place. And you're getting in at a good time. It's only going up from here.
Right.
So anyway, today, Dr. Wintereg wanted to talk to you guys about the unattainable triangle in business, which is price, quality, and speed of delivery. I had to look at my notes here for this one. So
this one was my idea.
This was your idea. I
Usually
can't remember
they're your
what it's
idea.
called. I know.
You spring it on me.
If it's not my idea, I don't even care.
Yeah,
just go ahead and talk.
Can't even remember it.
So let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Because you found an article where it basically said that you couldn't have these 3 elements.
Yeah, basically, and Abby will put a link in here for us. The article is called The Unattainable Triangle. Mm-hmm. And it's talking about price of the product or service, quality of the product or service, and speed, and how you can only have 2. So if you take a look that you have high price and high quality, it's going to take longer to deliver, like a Ferrari.
Sure.
Handmade.
18-month waiting list, limited edition, whatever.
250,000 plus. All right. If you have then low price and speed, you're not going to be able to maintain quality. Okay. So what the article is talking about is how these 3 need to be balanced. So I have a couple different viewpoints on this. So I can see where that does apply, and you can have speed and quality, but you can't have a low price. Then you have to charge more. And so that's where, for me, this is where, as a business owner, you have to sit back and you have to take a look at how you're going to plan your business model if you're just starting, or maybe how you're going to change your business model. I've ranted on this many times before. I just hate lowering your price to match your competition.
Right.
I just don't like that, because as soon as you lower your price, then I agree your quality is going to have to suffer. Because when you lower your price, then you're killing your profit. And if you want to pay your bills, then you're going to have to start cutting corners. And I've always been more of a quality guy. I've always been more of a service guy. And I've always been one who charges more. And I don't like competing on price.
So are you saying that you can't have a high-priced product and a high quality product and have a fast delivery because it's customized?
Well, that's what this article is talking about.
Or are you saying that you need to find your balance?
So 2 things. You need to find your balance, and you need to focus on your model, mm-hmm. and then be that. And if your competition is lower price than you, then just beat them on quality and speed.
I kind of feel like you can use this as a determining factor of how much you should be charging. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a gauge.
It is a gauge.
Am I undercharging based off of the quality and speed of my product?
Right.
Or do I actually need to bring my price down, mm-hmm. to match these 2 and sell more? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a gauge of it all.
And it's sort of like flying an airplane. It's 3-dimensional, you know. Airplanes go up and down, and they do make left and right turns, but then the back end comes around with the rear rudder. And so it's 3 things when you're flying a plane, and you have to have a balance of these.
Yeah.
So what I did in my dental practice is I actually felt like I beat the unattainable triangle. So I had some of the highest fees in the county. Mm-hmm. I would have matched my dentistry up against anyone's, but then it was taking too long if I sent something out to the dental laboratory, like a denture or something, a dental crown, which kind of goes around the tooth and keeps the tooth from breaking.
Yeah.
And the typical wait times were 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 weeks. And I worked very hard with my lab, and I got my stuff back in 7 to 10 days.
Right, you actually paid somebody to drive to Indianapolis to the lab and get it back.
Actually, the lab man paid.
We didn't have FedEx same-day shipping at that time.
There was UPS.
Whoa.
but then that added 2 days.
Right.
So I actually believe you can continuously strive to hit the mark of all three: high price, high quality, and deliver it faster. Then at that point, I really don't believe you have any competition.
Makes a lot of sense.
When you're sitting down and you're trying to decide what direction your strategic plan is going to go, what's the emphasis of your business, see how you can do all three.
So some people try and just be the cheapest.
Right.
And they suffer in the speed and the quality, but it's a cheap product.
Right.
Other people say, well, I'm going to deliver my product faster and I'm going to beat my competition that way. And then some people say, well, I'm going to be really expensive but have the highest quality.
Right.
So it's a matter of finding that balance between the three.
Yep.
I think that's a good place for any business owner to look at and say, where can I improve?
Yep.
Because if you do improve your speed and your quality at the same time, that gives you an indication that your price can come up to match those things.
Absolutely.
So it's a balancing act.
Absolutely. And I just try to always push all three concurrently. But if speed has to suffer a little bit to maintain price and quality, fine. But here's what I have found generally in business, where people usually fall down is on the speed aspect. And if you look at McDonald's just crushes it on speed.
Well, that was their whole model from the very beginning.
Yeah. And my mom, your grandmother, worked in McDonald's management for 10 years. And they got measured by how many seconds it took them to deliver the food to the drive-through customer. How many seconds? They had 60 seconds from the time the order was received to put it in the car. And that's how they crushed it. Now, they didn't crush it on quality.
Right.
They had to maintain some sort of a price. Obviously, they're profitable. They're an international company. But for me, that's the easiest place to beat the competition, generally speaking, is on speed. So if you can maintain your price, maintain your quality, and then try to do something to deliver faster, that's always been my formula, and it works
That'll
out.
put you ahead of the competition for sure.
Yeah, right up to the point now when we sign somebody up for a service with Matterhorn, we're like, immediately we give them something to do.
They're usually surprised.
Yeah. Okay, so we want you to start this today.
Here's your credit card, thank you.
Yeah. Now.
Okay, good. Now this is your first job.
Right. You go back and we want these three things done in the next day.
Yep.
In the next 3 days. We're going to start helping you. It's right away.
Yep.
It's not like, well, we're going to go back and we're going to send out a video or we're going to send out an email. Or no. It's like boom, boom, boom. Speed, speed, speed. Deliver it fast.
Exactly.
So for me, I always like to push this article to the limit. It calls it the unattainable triangle, but I always believe I can beat that and continue to work on all three at the same time.
Awesome.
So I hope this has been helpful.
Yeah.
Gives you something to think about.
I think we have an article down below that you found.
We do. The article I'm referencing will be there.
Check out the article below. Tell us what you think. Figure out where you need to improve. Is it speed? Is it quality? Is it price? And that's a good gauge for you to figure out what steps to take next.
And then send us some comments with some examples.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next week.